driving it. And I did the bed rolls and go walk through the antique store. I didn't know.
You climbed some stairs?
I did stairs, yeah.
Well, we just got a glimpse right now before everybody came up. In the end credit, the real Thelma post, your grandmother, who is turning 104 next month?
That's correct, yes.
How much of the story is inspired by true life, but also, how did your grandmother react when she told you you were making a movie inspired by her true life?
It's inspired by true life to a point. The scam call itself is actually pretty verbatim, at least according to the story my grandma told me. And in real life, luckily, we were able to step in before she actually sent the money. But it kind of just got me thinking, what if she had sent it, and what if she had set up to get it back, which I would not put past her. And I sort of feel like she would do everything June did. And it kind of became this, this way to write kind of an ode to her grit and her strength, and to do it through the lens of kind of a lo-fi action movie around LA. And she was, when I told her, I think she was like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know if she thought it would kind of come to pass. She was like, oh, yeah, that's interesting. You'd probably have to come up with a lot after that phone call, but,
She wasn't like, it's about time, what took you so long?
Eventually she said that, but...
I mean, is it true that she let the three of you film in her actual house? That is her actual house?
Yeah. The first week or so we shot in her condo, which was really cool because it was where, she'd lived my whole life. She's living with my parents now, but so it was very surreal being in there with Jude and Fred, the whole gang.
All the books were Josh's, the real Thelma and his grandfather's books, and you open them up and they have newspaper clippings and notes, and it was like the entire thing was there. And that was our first week, and sort of the smallest crew, and then we kept getting bigger from there.
Is there anything of the real Josh in your performance? Were you borrowing any of him for your grandson?
It's really wonderful to be, Josh was incredibly, generous with his life, but also unprecious about it as well. So I feel like you gave us all the details, but then also let us go free at the same time.
He could study me.
Yeah.
Well, watching this movie, to me it kind of felt like getting a gauntlet thrown down. How do I want to be living my life for the rest of my life? What should I be thinking of now so that I can be the person that I want to be then, which turns out to be basically a lot like you. And I'm curious if anybody in making this film was thinking about kind of that similar idea. Nicole, I feel like you will be a fabulous, fabulous non-generian.
Thank you. Say your question again? I zoned out, I won't lie. I do have ADD and it's late and my medicine has worn off.
Well, what kind of older woman do you want to be?
What kind of old woman do I want to be? A fun one? One who goes on adventures. It was a very inspiring movie. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna get my fucking money back. That's the type of old lady I want to be. Don't scare me, I'm going for
I
this.
think you're gonna do it. I believe in this.
And Clark, I'm guessing that you don't want people to nanny you the way that your character is nannying his mother-in-law here.
I don't want people to nag me the way that I'm sorry, I didn't understand either. I don't have an excuse. I had all my medication, it's still pumping, and I didn't get a goddamn one.
I thought we were going to get our partying in after this, but if we're getting our partying before, I'm well, but one thing that I think that this movie does so well is that it says that, what is hard, what is dangerous, what is scary, what takes a lot of bravery is something that's really relative, that accomplishing whatever that is really, it's incredibly worthy of respect. And I'm saying that as a person who spent most of Thanksgiving trying to get my boyfriend's father to download Spotify on his phone and eventually just gave up after a full day. And I feel like a quitter. So there were scenes in this movie that I thought yeah, that is absolutely hard.
I think that we have to have grit and determination to just continue, to live our lives. And, everybody knows it, but I'm 94, but I don't shooting a film like this. And it has meant the world to me, and I'm very proud of it. And I think we all are, and we want people to see it. And to understand that we're saying there's life. My God, there's still so much you can do.
Well, yeah, and in '94, this is your first leading role.
Yes.
When did performing become your dream?
What?
When did performing become your dream?
My dream? Oh, when I came out of the womb. I've always known that I was an actress. And when I was a kid, it wasn't I'm going to be, it was I am. And I have no idea where it came from. That's what I felt always.
Well, you have worked on, I can't even count how many sets, how many stages, theater, film. You have dealt with at least over 100 directors, according to your IMDb.
It is over 100. I had no idea until someone told me that.
But this is Josh's first film, so how did he do?
Thank you, June.
I think he's amazing. I've worked with him the first time director. He's phenomenal. I just feel that what he got, this film that we just saw, I love it. I just love it, and I think it's a great film. And it's the beginning of a long, long, long career.
Thank you. I just want to say also that I feel a ton of gratitude to June, to Fred, Clark, Nicole, Parker, Malcolm, all of my. I think there's a lot of people here today, by the way, who worked on the movie. Can you guys, just producers, cast, can everyone stand up? I just want to give you guys a round of applause. We had an amazing team on this movie, and I felt incredibly supported by them. So, give everybody a round of applause.
Well, Fred, your scenes with June, they're so warm, they're so funny. But I also feel like they say so much about how I think all of us need to feel useful.
Yeah, I've been saying, I feel that our characters are best friends that just happen to be grandmother and grandson. It's like a trick of familial coincidence that we're related, but underneath it is actually a bond that is very trusting, loving, and is courageous and youthful all together, I guess. This is how we met beforehand, and we became friends very quickly. And now we're friends after it's been done, so, yeah.
Is your own grandmother a little bit jealous of your relationship?
Part of why I love movies is I watch Turner Classic movies with my grandma, and then we go out and see movies. And she always wants to go to the movies. She wants to be invited to see them, but a lot of them still kind of annoy her or bother her. They're not up to snuff. And so I'm really happy to be able to show this one to her because I really do think she will love it. Fingers crossed. I'll tell you that. I'll come back. Well, I'll come back to you and I'll tell you after I talk to you.
Well, Clark, you have a black belt in jiu-jitsu. You have actually played characters who have tried to save the entire universe, and I don't think you've ever made me feel as tense as trying to take a left turn.
I had spent some time around action stars, and yet I felt oddly unsatisfied. I knew that there was something missing in the repertoire of superheroes that I had circulated and managed. And then June walked in the room.
And she kicked ass.
She kicked ass, baby! Yes, she did! She put the term bedroll into the action lexicon. I just want to say one thing, which is, when we've talked about it before, all of us really flipped over the script. Just a great story, just something about it you couldn't put down, really remarkable. And mostly because I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next. And it dodges so many traps. It never gets sentimental, and at the same time, I feel like Josh so magnificently explored a thing which is so much in this country is, what's the new thing? What's the young, hot thing? And there's a really very little storytelling bandwidth ever paid to, what am I going to do with this chapter of my life? And it's been, I don't know, every time I see it, I'm really struck by what an amazing accomplishment.
Thank you guys for doing it. My God.
I'd love to hear a little bit more about some of your scenes with Richard Roundtree. He's so wonderful in this film.
Richard was wonderful, and he wanted to do this. I think you mentioned that he wanted to do this film, and I think he just wanted to do something different than what he'd usually done. And he was so dear and wonderful, and I have to tell the birthday story. It was my birthday while we were shooting, and they had planned, my assistant had made everybody get white wigs so that I would see everybody in a white wig. And he wasn't called that day. And we were sitting there, and all at once he came driving up with 24 red roses and a white wig. He had come back for my birthday, and I shall never forget that, and it has touched me so deeply that he did that. And it was just a glorious time with him, it really was. And we're honored and thrilled that if there was a last film, that we were in it with him.
We love working with him. He's the best.
Josh, I heard that he told you he found working with June a little intimidating.
He did tell me that. I think he was, I mean, June intimidated us all, Richard included. I think we were just like, you know, no one's more prepared. Nobody's better at like hitting their mark. June never dropped a line. Like, that's not normal for anybody. And so I feel like we just, you know, having her at the center of the movie was really wonderful because I think it made everybody feel like they kind of had to up their game. Because, you know, she was just setting the bar really, really high and being such a, you know, a wonderful collaborator and just a great kind of anchor. And yeah, Richard definitely did pull us out. I think Richard didn't realize that you guys were a little different in age. And when he found out your age, he was like, come here. He was like, she's 92 years old. And we're like, yes, that's the whole thing. And he was very funny about it. But luckily, he loved June, and they got along really, really wonderfully, which was a gift to everyone, really. It was just really, really fun to have him on set.
Well, I think it's about time to head out to the courtyard and celebrate this one, but before we do, I just have one last question for June, as we celebrate you. How do you feel about the word retirement?
I don't know what it means.